Welcome to my channel. I'm excited to share my knowledge and insights with you on my recent past question study experience and also a variety of topics. So sit back, relax and enjoy the content. Without further ado, let's get started. Essential Skills Past Question 11. A 5th grade teacher's class includes many types of learners, such as English language learners and students with disabilities. Which of the following teacher strategies is likely to be most effective in helping all students progress? A. Using primarily hands-on and technology-based resources to present lesson content. B. Administering frequent criterion referenced assessments to determine the extent to which students are achieving lesson goals and objectives. C. Creating long-term homogeneous student groups for lessons based on students' backgrounds and abilities. D. Consulting regularly with specialist staff about strategies for differentiating lessons to meet the learning needs of individual students. Answer. Option D. Consulting regularly with specialist staff about strategies for differentiating lessons to meet the learning needs of individual students is likely to be the most effective strategy for helping all students progress. This is because students have different learning needs, and it is important for teachers to differentiate instruction to meet those needs. Consulting with specialist staff, such as special education teachers or English language learner specialists, can provide valuable insights into effective strategies for supporting students with specific learning needs. By differentiating instruction, teachers can help ensure that all students have access to the lesson content and can make progress towards achieving lesson goals and objectives. Options A and B may be useful strategies, but they may not be the most effective in ensuring that all students make progress. Hands-on and technology-based resources can be engaging and effective for some students, but may not be accessible or appropriate for others. Similarly, frequent assessments can help teachers monitor student progress, but they may not provide the information needed to differentiate instruction to meet individual student needs. Option C. Creating long-term homogeneous student groups is not recommended as it can perpetuate achievement gaps and limit opportunities for students to learn from one another. Research shows that heterogeneous grouping can be beneficial for all students, as it promotes collaboration and allows students to learn from each other's strengths and perspectives. 12. An 8th grade science teacher makes a practice of creating tiered lesson activities that allow several pathways for students to arrive at an understanding of key concepts. The most important advantage of this approach to instructional planning is that it is designed primarily to A. Define realistic expectations for learning that are based on each student's demonstrated abilities. B. Foster in students a sense of responsibility with regard to their learning. C. Provide an appropriate level of support and challenge based on students' readiness levels and learning needs. D. Present a comprehensive picture of individual students' learning progress. Answer. The most important advantage of the 8th grade science teacher's approach to instructional planning, creating tiered lesson activities, is that it is designed primarily to provide an appropriate level of support and challenge based on students' readiness levels and learning needs. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. By creating tiered lesson activities, the teacher can offer different levels of complexity and challenge within the same lesson, allowing all students to access the content and work at a level that is appropriate for their readiness and learning needs. This approach can help prevent students from becoming disengaged or frustrated by content that is either too easy or too difficult for them. By providing appropriate levels of support and challenge, students are more likely to stay engaged and motivated, leading to improved learning outcomes. Option A. Defining realistic expectations for learning that are based on each student's demonstrated abilities may be a part of the teacher's approach to instructional planning, but it is not the primary advantage of creating tiered lesson activities. Option B. Fostering in students a sense of responsibility with regard to their learning may also be a goal of the teacher's instructional approach, but it is not the primary advantage of creating tiered lesson activities. Option D. Presenting a comprehensive picture of individual students' learning progress is not the primary advantage of creating tiered lesson activities. While this approach may provide some information about individual student progress, it is primarily designed to provide appropriate levels of support and challenge based on students' readiness levels and learning needs. 13. Which of the following activities during an introductory lesson would best support a teacher's ability to identify student misconceptions about the lesson topic? A. Allowing students to review a variety of resources on a lesson topic and having them share one thing they learned from their review. B. Asking students to brainstorm a list of things they want to learn about the lesson topic. C. Showing students a series of statements about the lesson topic and having them rate each statement as true or false. Answer. Option C. Showing students a series of statements about the lesson topic and having them rate each statement as true or false would best support a teacher's ability to identify student misconceptions about the lesson topic. This activity can help the teacher identify misconceptions that students may have about the topic by allowing them to express their understanding of the content. By asking students to rate each statement as true or false, the teacher can quickly identify areas where there may be misunderstandings or conflicting beliefs about the topic. This information can then be used to adjust the lesson content and address any misconceptions that students may have. Option A. Allowing students to review a variety of resources on the lesson topic and having them share one thing they learned from their review may provide some insights into what students have learned about the topic, but it may not be as effective in identifying misconceptions that students may have. Option B. Asking students to brainstorm a list of things they want to learn about the lesson topic can be a useful activity for generating student interest and engagement, but it may not provide as much information about student misconceptions. Therefore, option C is the best choice for identifying student misconceptions during an introductory lesson. 14. A team of 6th grade teachers is planning an interdisciplinary unit that will integrate English, social studies, science, and fine arts. They are meeting with the school librarian to discuss information resources for the unit. The teachers can best promote a productive meeting by sharing which of the following information with the school librarian prior to the meeting. A list of the academic standards that will be addressed by the unit. B. A schedule for classes to conduct library research on unit topics. C. The instructional methods that will be used during the unit. D. The overarching theme and guiding questions for the unit. Answer. The teachers can best promote a productive meeting with the school librarian by sharing option D, the overarching theme and guiding questions for the unit, prior to the meeting. By sharing the overarching theme and guiding questions for the unit, the school librarian can identify and provide relevant resources to support the interdisciplinary unit. This can also help the librarian suggest resources that may not have been considered by the teachers and offer guidance on how to best access and use the resources. Options A, B, and C are also important pieces of information that the school librarian may need, but they are not the best choice for promoting a productive meeting. The list of academic standards that will be addressed by the unit may be useful for the librarian to know, but it may not provide enough information to help select appropriate resources. The schedule for classes to conduct library research on unit topics may be helpful, but it may not be the most pressing piece of information needed to promote a productive meeting. The instructional methods that will be used during the unit may also be important for the librarian to know, but they may not be the most critical information needed to select appropriate resources for the unit. Therefore, sharing the overarching theme and guiding questions for the unit is the best choice for promoting a productive meeting with the school librarian. 15. In which of the following situations is using differentiated instruction likely to be the most effective method of promoting all students' learning? A. Pre-assessment results indicate that students as a group show similar gaps in their content area learning. B. Students' active engagement in learning is most pronounced during small group activities. C. As a group, students have limited background knowledge about the topic of an upcoming unit. D. Students demonstrate a wide range of interests and abilities within a given content area. Answer: Option D. When students demonstrate a wide range of interests and abilities within a given content area, is the situation in which using differentiated instruction is likely to be the most effective method of promoting all students' learning. Differentiated instruction involves tailoring instruction to meet the individual needs and abilities of students within the same classroom. When students demonstrate a wide range of interests and abilities within a given content area, differentiated instruction can help teachers meet the learning needs of all students by providing appropriate levels of challenge and support. In option A, when students as a group show similar gaps in their content area learning, differentiated instruction may not be as effective as a whole group approach may be more appropriate in addressing the common gaps in learning. In option B, while smaller group activities can be effective for promoting active engagement in learning, they may not be the most effective method of promoting all students' learning if they do not provide differentiated instruction. In option C, if students have limited background knowledge about the topic of an upcoming unit, it may be more effective to provide whole group instruction to establish foundational knowledge before differentiating instruction. Therefore, option D is the situation in which using differentiated instruction is likely to be the most effective method of promoting all students' learning. Thank you for watching this episode of content. I hope you found it informative and engaging. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and leaving a comment below to let me know what topics you would like to see covered in future videos. As always, your feedback is greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you in the next video.